Vanessa Joy here with Shutter Mag, and we are in Union Square, New York City, where you can smell the weed. Here are 5 ways to make sure that you are bouncing your flash correctly at an event. Number 1, look for a white wall. You want to bounce your flash onto a white wall so that it bounces back with a nice clean color to it. It's also going to bounce back the brightest off of white versus off of a darker color or a darker wall. Second, you want to make sure that you are bouncing it in the direction of the person's face that you're photographing. So let's pretend you right now are photographing me. I'm turned this way. You want to bounce your flash off that wall so it comes back and hits me in the face in a flattering light pattern. Number 3, use a different metering mode. You want to use spot metering mode when you're using bounce flash, because bounce flash, you're typically on TTL, which is auto for your flash. And if you spot meter, then it's going to meter the light off of where you're focusing, which will probably be the person's eye or person's face. It's going to make the TTL be as accurate as it possibly can be. Number 4, use your exposure compensation, but for your flash. So you might be shooting on aperture priority, manual priority, and you know how you can go up or down a stop or two. Well, if you're shooting on TTL, which is auto for your flash, like I mentioned, you can set it to auto +1 brightness, +2 brightness, just in case if, for whatever reason, maybe it's just reading a little bit dark or you need a little bit more flash power to get the exposure that you want. And then finally, raise your ISO a little bit. Obviously, know the capabilities of your camera and where you're going to find a little bit too much noise, but the higher you go on your ISO and even the lower you go on your aperture, your flash doesn't have to work as hard to affect the light, hitting your sensor. So you'll save yourself on batteries, and if you're photographing an event, you're going to want to get a lot of flash fires out of your flash, and that's a really great way to do it. This is Vanessa Joy here with Shutter Mag, talking about ways that you can bounce flash at your next reception. Before we go, just in the comments, tell me your success or failures, any questions that you have about bounce flash, and I'll try my best to get back to you and help you out with it. I will see you guys next time here in Shutter Mag.